What are some of the mindset mishaps that result when people misunderstand a fixed mindset? Well, in this mini tutorial, we are going to cover that plus so much more. I'm your coaching instructor, Louise and Maurice, and I thank you for sharing your valuable time with me. I will make it worth your while. In this video, we will listen to a real-world case study. We'll also apply my evidence-finding framework, discover key concepts in color psychology. Yes, color psychology. I'm going to guide you how to apply it to develop a changes in mindset technique, as well as client-specific coaching questions. Remember, if you are not familiar with my 5-part evidence-finding framework, I'll just quickly remind you about it, and then we will continue on with the client case study. You're a coach, consultant, team leader, manager, and you're excited about starting the new session because the last session was a huge success. You start by framing the session with positivity by saying, you had a successful session last week. Before we get started, what was a highlight moment for you after implementing the strong mindset technique? The client responds, I can't do this. What was I thinking? Everyone hates me, and I can't lose the people closest to me. I don't want to do this anymore, and you have to help me make things like they used to be. The result is you're caught off guard because you didn't see this coming. We just listened to that client case study, and what evidence were you able to find? Remember, evidence, proof, validation. And it's validating how a fixed mindset really can stop people. And when you were listening to that case study, what attitude was evident? Now, what about their perspective or point of view? What was evident to you? The language that they were using, does that give you some clues about their mindset? What were you able to write down? And then, who was the person that you found? So if you haven't had a chance to write that down, make sure you do, because as we continue on, I'm going to be sharing with you my own insight, and then we can compare notes. What was their attitude like? Well, that helpless attitude, the rigid attitude, can't do this, and you have to fix this. What was their point of view or perspective? I can't do this. What was I thinking? Everyone hates me, and I need people to like me. What language did they use? Helplessness, fix me, the way things used to be. That gives you some insight on their attachment to the status quo. Can't change, can't do this. Did you recognize that person? Well, this person pulls back when change feels unsafe. When you're coaching, consulting, leading them, managing them, it will be that person who will quit, can't do this. So we just walked through the evidence-finding framework and comparing notes, and the question always remains, well, where does the misunderstanding start? Well, the misunderstanding starts with that definition of fixed. And it's not necessarily the definition from the dictionary, although that is important, but it's the meaning that people give to fixed. It's how they associate with that word fixed. And that meaning that's important to them quite often is fixed equals safe. And if they're not fixed, then they're outside of their comfort zone. Yes, they might be growing, but sometimes that's a little uncomfortable and it's risky. So fixed is safe for them. But we know that in order to grow and develop, sometimes we have to move outside of our comfort zone, and any type of support that we can have is invaluable. And especially when you are coaching, consulting, guiding people, leading them, managing them, you want to be able to have that insight as well. And that's where understanding a little bit of psychology comes in it comes to be very important. Now, color psychology? Really, Louise? What are you thinking? All right, well, this is where you gotta hang tight, because color psychology and just the way that the brain processes color and associates with color is very important to guide people in a way. And when you're developing empowered mindset solutions to change a fixed mindset, this is a way for you to do it that doesn't cause the red flags to go up. No, this is too risky. And this is where I find a lot of professionals, when they're working with people, don't understand the subtleties, don't understand the primitive brain and the way that the brain's set up to keep us safe. And that's where, yes, we want to push people. We want them to grow. We want them to go beyond their comfort zone. Yet in doing that, we really do cause a lot of trauma. We might not realize it, but that's exactly what's happening. So being able to understand color psychology and develop changes in mindset techniques, as well as coaching questions that are going to support people, that's where you become an invaluable resource. And we're going to look at that free Wikipedia website, and I'm going to guide you in how to do that. All right, let's go to that website now. We are now on the color psychology Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. And color psychology is the study of hues as a determinant of human behavior. Color influences perceptions that are not obvious, such as the taste of food. Colors have qualities that can cause certain emotions in people. Now, I'm not going to read this. I will let you do that. Remember, on the document that I have provided for you that accompanies this training video, I have all of the links for you. I want you to scroll down to where it says color preference and the connection between color and emotion. And you can read through this, as well as the uses in marketing, and it specifies all of the different color meanings. But when you had listened to that case study, this is, in the last session, if you implemented some of the strong mindset questions, as well as the technique that you developed, there's that push. So when you're developing a fixed mindset coaching question to move them beyond, or to bring to their awareness how they might quite possibly be feeling about this, you can pull in color psychology, and you can reference some of the language that they were using and make it very, very specific to them and what they are experiencing. But as an example, when they're saying they're pushed and I can't do this, you might use that question: what color do you see? What color do you see when you use that word, I can't do this? Or what color do you see when you're pushed? And they will reflect on that. Wow, that color that I see. And we always assume that people are going to see the color red, because if you see here, red is anger, but they might surprise you and share with you a different color. So if you're familiar with that, then you can segue into the next question, which will have them expand on that. So that's how you pull in color psychology and make it very specific for your clients, always referencing what they shared with you as they began the session. And then for developing a technique from color psychology, just something very simple, is moving from everything that they've shared with you, that response, and then having them just do something simple, such as art therapy, and putting into play everything that they shared with you. You can say to them, okay, now draw that image. Draw for me what you see when you're being pushed, and using different colors, and then you provide for them those different colors. And then after they have developed the art, the image, then you can have them describe that image for you. And then chromotherapy is simply color therapy and all of the different colors. So You can use this in your office, in your room, what have you. But I would really focus on something just very simplistic, because this is where some people have a very difficult time describing their emotions using words, yet using color and art therapy, they can just share with you how they're feeling. And this then becomes something that you can build upon. So those are just some suggestions for developing coaching questions as well as a technique. But remember, on that PDF document that I have available for you, I have some questions that are going to help you to develop that. And as we continue on, I'll share with you exactly where you find that. If you are here, I want to thank you for learning with me. The Empowered Mindset series, this is the final video. And you have learned so much, but in this video alone, people sometimes misunderstand a fixed mindset and how to move people beyond it in simple ways. Well, you learned that real world case study, as well as the evidence finding framework and color psychology, and how you can use that to develop that changes in mindset technique, as well as those coaching questions to move people beyond that fixed mindset, at least have a different connection with it, and baby steps. If you have not gone to louiseandmaurice.com and downloaded the PDF, you just go to my website, locate the free, then click on Empowered Mindset, locate the Fixed Mindset PDF document to download. Remember, it's free, no email address is required. You do not want to miss any videos that I provide on my channel. Remember, it's always about learning. It's always about helping you to develop both personally and professionally. So just hang tight as I share with you how to subscribe.